Recently, I had a viewer ask what they should buy right now given their limited budget, gold or silver. I'm going to give some answers for various budget sizes coming up. Hey everyone, welcome to Campbell's Coins. Gold and silver have been falling in price this last month. Gold dipped below a very key threshold amount of $1,675. Numerous times this has happened, and it started falling drastically last night as the Fed raised rates. This morning, the gold price is up slightly. Silver has been down below $20 for over a month, but has held strong compared to gold. Great time to buy, right? Or is it? If you're buying, what should you get? With the gold to silver ratio at 84-1, silver is awfully tempting. I'm going to list a few budget ranges and what I would get within those budgets. Because this video discusses various budget levels, when talking about gold, and if you're in the United States, just assume the gold that I'm talking about is American Gold Eagles. Obviously, you're free to buy whatever you want, but as a stacker of close to 20 years, I've seen firsthand demand and popularity of most coins and bars. The American Gold Eagles are some of the most popular gold coins in the world. They are extremely liquid in any size. And speaking of size, they come in a variety of sizes for all types of budgets. Second, it's important to mention that I personally am taking a wait and see approach to buying either precious metal. I have gold and I have silver. Another ounce won't make a difference to me. I'd rather see where these prices go before dumping some Federal Reserve notes into them. As I mentioned, gold broke below a key price threshold of $1,675. It has struggled to stay above this level, and last night, 9/22, it was falling pretty hard. With it breaking this price threshold, it is possible for gold to continue falling in relation to the dollar. With inflation where it's at and hints of a major recession coming, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense seeing gold and silver fall in price. Finally, if you're in a money-hungry state like California, there is a tax on all precious metals purchased under $1,500. Personally, I prefer not to give more cash to the state, so I'm going to save up until I know I'll exceed the $1,500 tax threshold. You might not be bothered by this, and that's okay. You do you, boo. If your budget is under $250 per month, I would hold off on gold and go for silver only. Buy up silver at these low prices and worry about gold at another point. If silver was higher in price compared to gold, I would probably say to get a 1/10 of an ounce gold piece, but that's not the case, and silver is a steal sub $20. Obviously, you're not paying sub $20 for silver. There's a huge premium, and these premiums are often viewed as a higher premium above gold, and that is true, but I see a whole lot of uses for silver. Plus, with the ratio as high as it is, you can trade your silver for more gold in the future than you can buy today. Vertical Stacker actually did a few videos talking about his experience trading silver for gold when the gold to silver ratio was around 65-1, and I think it was actually this time last year. What type and size silver should you be buying? If you're new to stacking, get 1 ounce coins. I love 10 ounce bars, but if you're brand new to stacking, you're going to want a base of 1 ounce silver coins before you get into any size bar. Regular viewers know the reason behind this is purely due to liquidity. 10 ounce bars are a really good size and one of my all-time favorites, but 1 ounce is better for liquidity. You can get generic 1 ounce rounds, but just realize two things when buying generic silver. If you have to sell for whatever reason, with these low silver prices, you might not get a favorable return. And second, people might not want your generic silver. There was a time not too long ago where many LCSs were not buying generic silver because they had too much. American Silver Eagles are really nice, but not at these premiums. I think the cheapest I've seen is $13 over spot. If the premium drops below $5 for them, I would say buy them up. I think the Maple Leaf and the Britannia are really good options. The premiums are typically fairly low and they are packed with a ton of security features. Right now, the premiums are not that great on those. I think they're like at $6 over spot. It's not as high as the American Silver Eagle, but it's still pretty far up there. These are actually pretty liquid with your LCS and with private party sales. I would like to circle back to the gold to silver ratio. This ratio is based purely on spot price. If you're buying silver for $26 with its spot price at like $19.30 or whatever it's at right now, your actual gold to silver ratio is going to be lower than 86:1. That's why I say ASEs are such a bad buy right now. I would rather just get as much silver as I can with my fiat than blow it all on a few ASEs. For budgets under $500, this is the level where quarter ounce gold can be obtained. As long as the gold price doesn't fluctuate too much, I see nothing wrong with grabbing a quarter ounce gold 1 month and silver the next month. If silver continues to fall in price, maybe switch a little more of that over to gold, maybe get 1/10 of an ounce and buy the rest in silver. I think that's the best of both worlds. For those visual learners out there, here's what $500 in gold will buy you. And here's what $500 in silver will buy you. Here's what roughly $250 worth of gold can buy you and $250 worth of silver can buy you. For budgets under $1,000, I see nothing wrong with a 50-50 split. Half buying gold and half buying silver. I think people should stack precious metals in ratios. Gold and silver exist in nature at a 15:1 ratio. 15 ounces of silver for every ounce of gold. It is mined at an 8:1 ratio. With all of silver's uses and absolute necessity in our lives, it's criminal to see the gold to silver price ratio at 84:1. This ratio should be much closer to its natural ratio in the Earth's crust. I believe stackers should stack close to this ratio as well. My ratio is very out of whack. It leans heavily towards silver. I purchased a good amount of silver way back when it was very cheap, and I've been trying to make up for this gold gap, but it's a very long road. As a new stacker, if you're purchasing 15 ounces of silver for every quarter ounce of gold, I think that is a very reasonable and respectable purchase rate. If you feel like you're too lopsided at any one point in time, get more gold. Overall, if you're a new stacker and you have a small monthly budget and you aren't hindered by a precious metals tax threshold like we are here in California, I would purchase mostly silver. You can get a lot more in ounces than you can with gold. I showed you earlier what $250 per month budget can get you with gold versus silver. Same with the $500 per month budget. If you're of the preparedness mindset and you're stacking because of a financial crash, you'll be able to do more with silver ounces or constitutional silver than you'll be able to do with a singular 1/10 of an ounce or quarter ounce gold eagle. From an investment standpoint, silver is a highly strategic metal and has a lot more room to grow. It is easy to fall into the FOMO mindset, especially with all the messages out there. I've heard from many people, the economy is going to crash in October 2022. If that's the case, do you think that the 1/10 of an ounce or quarter ounce gold eagle that you just bought is going to save you? I don't think so. If you think that's going to happen, having spare food and water would serve you better. It's unfortunate, but in order to really prosper in a huge economic crash, you have to have a good amount of precious metals or fiat. You're probably thinking, what is the point of stacking if I won't have enough for the financial crash? Well, I have heard these prophetic economic depression calls since 2010. I personally don't feel that these people are wrong. I just think that they underestimate the government's ability to keep the party going. Start stacking now, and you'll be surprised at what you have in a year. Your time is your most precious asset, and I appreciate you spending it here with me. Thank you all for watching. This is Campbell's Coins, and that is my 2 cents.